Well, as we enter this top hour, a lawsuit in Fort Smith is making way for challenging a company accused of the bad odor covering the River Valley. Our team is learning Fort Smith attorney Joey McCutcheon is behind the suit. It's blaming the smell on a storage lagoon in Crawford County. For that reason, the water treatment company in Russellville, known as Denali, is being asked to halt operations completely.
It's our position that Denali needs to be held fully and fairly accountable for the damages that they have caused to our community. And we believe that it's gone on for such a long time that they've been acting in conscious disregard of the consequences of their actions, and they've been acting in a reckless fashion, and that they should also be punished in that regard.
Denali has faced similar accusations for operations in 3 other states. At this hour, the company has not responded to requests for comment.
Well, good afternoon. I am out in the weather garden. It is absolutely fabulous out here. If you haven't had lunch yet, go find yourself a patio for lunch or for dinner. It is absolutely gorgeous. We've got a nice blue sky. We've got a little bit of a breeze that's going to pick up here before long. But again, we've got some very un-October-like weather for our forecast, but things will start to change. We're just going to have to wait a little while. It's going to feel like, summer 7.0 at this point. 79 in central Arkansas. We're going to start to see those winds pick up as we're heading into the day, but plenty of sunshine, a high today in the mid 80s of 85. We are looking for tomorrow to be around 89. Yes, you heard it right, in October, 89. Now, our record high on October 23rd back in 1939 was 92. But believe it or not, October 23rd is the latest 90-degree day on record. So we're going to really keep an eye on this as we're heading into Wednesday. And then for the next few days after that, we're going to keep those mid to upper 80s in the forecast, and another frontal boundary pushing through on Saturday, bringing us back down to those upper 70s and lower 80s. But you'll notice our average is right around 72, and we have breezed right past that. That means our mornings are going to be a little bit warmer as well. But stay with me. We're going to talk a little bit more about this October forecast and when will we get fall back in the state.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Well, we've entered day 2 of early voting for this election season, and today we're getting a better glimpse of the amount of people already casting their ballots. As of right now, here's a look at early voting numbers around the state, starting in Pulaski County, where nearly 11,000 people decided to cast their vote early. Meanwhile, Washington County saw over 7,000 votes submitted, while both Faulkner and Garland County reported over 4,000 ballots casted on day 1 of early voting. Now, here's a reminder to know before you head to the polls. They open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. You can vote early through November 4th. That's just one day before Election Day. Former President Donald Trump and current Vice President Kamala Harris, 2 names you'll see on your ballots for the race to the White House. Natalie Brand walks you through their last-minute efforts to win over undecided voters.
Former President Donald Trump held a town hall with Latino voters in Florida Tuesday, his second in 2 weeks, as he tries to chip away support from Vice President Kamala Harris.
We're doing very well. The polls are looking great.
Later, he returns to North Carolina, where yesterday he made the baseless claim that Harris plans to persecute various religious groups if elected.
They label Catholics as potential domestic terrorists, and the fact is that they'll be coming after you soon.
North Carolina hasn't chosen a Democratic president since 2008, but Trump isn't taking chances. On Monday, he stopped in 2 counties that went for President Biden in 2020 as he tries to pick up votes.
Vice President Kamala Harris also continues outreach beyond her base. She campaigned in 3 battleground states Monday with former GOP Congresswoman Liz Cheney in an appeal to disaffected Republicans and independents.
You cannot trust him. We've seen the man that he is. We've seen the cruelty, and America deserves much better.
Harris is off the campaign trail today, focusing on a couple of interviews, but her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, rallies this afternoon with former President Barack Obama in Wisconsin as early voting gets underway in that battleground state. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Well, this afternoon, a man is in custody and another is on a run as North Little Rock police pieced together a deadly shooting from nearly 2 months ago. These two people here are connected to a shooting near Simmons Bank Arena on August 29th. James Green is who you see on the right, already arrested for their involvement, but police are still on the lookout for the person on the left, Akashdeep Singh, wanted for capital murder. The shooting first happened on August 29th after police received a shots fired call. After arriving to the scene on Riverfront Drive, they found two people injured, one of which was Jordan Brown, who died at the scene. As this case continues to unfold, we'll follow any new developments and update you if and when we know more. Now, from one developing story to another, a 17-year-old is sitting behind bars, facing adult charges in a recent road rage shooting. According to state police, a man was shot in the eye. A teen has since been arrested and is being held accountable for what happened. This hour, we still don't know the teenager's name, but we can confirm they will face a number of charges, including attempted capital murder. We now want to shift your focus to Little Rock, where today two organizations are going head-to-head in Little Rock with the goal of serving the community. Just yesterday, we told you about the charity baseball game taking place tonight. It will feature the Little Rock Trojans baseball team and the city's fire department. The brains behind the matchup says it's a way to bring people together while stocking the food pantry that can be found at UA Little Rock. Now the action gets underway tonight at the Trojans' home stadium, Gary Hogan Field. That address can be found right there on your screen. That's 2400 South Harrison Street. The game starts at 6 o'clock tonight. Admission is free. All you need to do to get in is bring in a non-perishable food item that can be donated to the pantry. Now, from the community to the students living there, a new partnership is introducing new pathways to the healthcare field for the Little Rock School District area. Little Rock School District is working alongside Baptist Health to provide students with a program for licensed practical nursing. The collaboration brings along hands-on training and will help get students in a role right out of school. The first group is already reaping the benefits and will do so through graduation. Meanwhile, new data indicates under a handful of U.S. adults are lacking some type of will. Jill Schlesinger visits a topic often skipped over to explain how planning ahead could stop heartache from causing a headache.
While estate planning isn't fun, you need to overcome the anxieties associated with this emotional topic and take control. If you don't, when you die, your state of residence determines who should get what, and then the local probate court will divvy up your estate according to a preset formula. Most people need 3 documents: a will, a durable power of attorney, and a healthcare proxy. A will ensures that your assets are passed to your designated beneficiaries in accordance with your wishes. If you have minor children, you need to name a guardian for them. A healthcare proxy allows you to appoint someone to make healthcare decisions on your behalf if you lose the ability to do so. And a durable power of attorney allows you to appoint someone to act as your financial agent in a variety of circumstances, like withdrawing money from a bank, responding to a tax inquiry, or making investment decisions. If your situation is straightforward, you may be able to complete these documents online. However, if you have some complicating factors, including a second marriage, estranged relatives, a special needs family member, or significant assets, use a qualified estate planning attorney in your state of residence. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
We're LeBron and Bronny Jr., newest faces to join the topic of father-son duo in sports. Just ahead, we get you caught up with why they're causing quite the chatter.
And mid to upper 80s for this October forecast. Well, the mornings are going to be a little warmer as well. Stay with me. We're going to talk about this hot-tober forecast and when fall returns back to the natural state.